हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल डीजी लर्निंग। आज मैं आपके लिए बीएड के नोट्स लेकर के आई हूँ। ईपीसी पेपर 1 दैट इज क्रिटिकल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ आईसीटी का यूनिट 3 के नोट्स लेके आई हूँ। यूनिट 1 और यूनिट 2 के नोट्स मैं आपको पहले ही दे चुकी हूँ। उस वीडियो की जो लिंक है मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल दे रही हूँ, आप वहाँ पे देख सकते हैं। अभी मैं आज यूनिट 3 के नोट्स में आपके लिए लेके आई हूँ। ठीक है, यूनिट 3 दैट इज आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन। लेट अस स्टार्ट। आई एम जस्ट रीडिंग इट फॉर यू. Comes to the introduction. Worldwide research has shown that ICT can lead to an improved student learning and better teaching methods. Various devices technologies in ICT includes access of course materials through remote devices, online digital repositories for lectures, course material and digital libraries, online cloud-based academic management systems, employing the flipped classroom concept, making use of handheld computers, tablet computers, audio players, projector devices, etc. One way to improve the quality of education is to make use of efficient technology in an institution. This this will open up more opportunities for the teachers and students as well. Next comes to the concept and meaning. Concept or meaning. Information and communication technology, that is ICT, in education is the mode of education that use information and communications technology to support, enhance and optimize the delivery of information. Information and communications technology, that is ICT, is an extensional term for information technology, that is IT. Information technology का short form IT, that stresses the role of unified communications and the integration of telecommunications, telephone lines and wireless signals, and computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audiovisual systems that enable users to access, store, transmit, and manipulate information. Okay, this is the concept or meaning of the ICT in education. Next comes to the need and importance of ICT. Information and communication technology in schools can be used as a school communication tool to improve students' learning and better teaching techniques. With the advancement of technology in education, schools adopt school communication software to transmit, store, share, or exchange information. In this technological era, ICT in education has compelled many schools to get accustomed to smart technology. This school communication software uses computers, the internet, and multimedia as the medium of communication. Okay. Next comes to the computer-based learning. Computer-based learning is one of the modules of school communication tools that help students to enhance their learning skills through computer-aided education. It imparts computer knowledge in students and enables them to obtain large amounts of information from various websites. It reduces time spent on mechanical tasks such as rewriting, producing graph, and increases the scope of searching. Next comes to the internet. Internet tools like email, social networks, news groups, and video transmission have connected the world like never before. Students can now communicate using emails and social networking groups that provide knowledge based information. Distance learning, online learning is also enabled through the internet. ICT use motives learning. Society's demand for new technology has not left out children and their needs. Children are fascinated with technology, and it encourages and motivates them to learn in the classroom. Next point, ICT brings inclusion. The benefits of ICT in education is of such that students in the classroom can all learn from the curriculum material. Students with special needs are no longer at a disadvantage as they have access to essential material, and special ICT tools can be used by students to make use of ICT for their own educational needs. Okay. Next comes to ICT promotes higher order thinking skills. One of the key skills for the 21st century, which includes evaluating, planning, monitoring, and reflecting, to name a few. The effective use of ICT in education demands skills such as explaining and justifying the use of ICT in producing solutions to problems. Students need to discuss, test, and conjecture the various strategies that they will use. Okay. Next point comes to the ICT in education improves engagement and knowledge retention. When ICT is integrated into lessons, students become more engaged in their work. This is because technology provides different opportunities to make it more fun and enjoyable in terms of teaching the same things in different ways. Next point is ICT enhances subject learning. It is well known these days that the use of ICT in education adds a lot of value to key learning areas like literacy and numeracy. The last point is ICT use encourages collaboration. You just have to put a laptop, iPad, or computer in the classroom to understand how this works. ICT naturally brings children together where they can talk and discuss what they are doing for their work, and this is in turn opens up avenues for communication, thus leading to language development. Okay, our next point is multimedia approach to education. Multimedia approach to education. Multimedia approach has become an inevitable part in the teaching learning process. Multimedia approach facilitates the task of attaining desired teaching learning objectives on the path of teaching learning is a quite effective way. ठीक है multimedia approach calls for the use of a number of medias devices and techniques for teaching learning till here we have done. The several medias and techniques can be effectively used as appropriate vehicles for the needed communication of ideas in the process of teaching learning. Multimedia approach in terms of methods, techniques, and materials bring life in the process of teaching learning. It provides training for the utilization of a number of senses, sight, touch, and taste for gaining the direct lively experiences. Okay. Next comes to the role of. First one is the video conferencing. This is the medium of communication wherein the students can communicate with other students or instructor online. It enables students to become active participants in their own learning. Video conferencing is a powerful communication tool that has the potential to change the way we deliver information to students. It is just one of the today's integrative technologies that empowers students to prepare for a better use. Next comes to the radio. Radio amalgamates sound and it has got immense potentiality. It will be potentiality. Okay. It has the power to stimulate values, to stir imagination, and to increase knowledge and understanding. The child gains knowledge only when he or she interacts with the surroundings. Radio widens the area of acquaintance. Radio brings world into the classroom through the means of description, narration, dramatization, and so on. With the help of original voice and natural sounds, it helped the learners to get familiar with the eminent personalities who has given immense contribution to the society. Our next point is television. Television constitutes an important medium which has the unique feature of combining audio and visual technology. So it is more effective than audio media. It serves multiple purposes of entertainment, information and education. Students from remote and rural areas, underprivileged and handicapped and access valuable information. So knowledge gap is reduced. Television provides valuable reference material to the teacher and improve their instructions. It displays events and places that are not readily accessible to the normal people. It makes education interesting through quizzes. It enables better learning through audio and video stimulus. It provides opportunity to observe objects and experiments which are unavailable to the common people. I hope you're getting my voice and the notes are clear to you. Next comes to the EduSat. It is a satellite fully dedicated to the cause of education. It is useful to implement virtual classroom in remote and rural schools. It can provide audiovisual medium and interactive multimedia facilities. EduSat has enhanced distance education in the country, especially in medical, technical, and higher education stream. Next comes to the internet. Internet tools like email, social networks, news groups, and video transmission have connected the world like never before. Students can now communicate using emails and social networking groups that provide knowledge based information. Distance learning, online learning is also enabled through the internet. Popular search engines like Google, Yahoo, etc. are the topmost choice of people as they offer an easy and instant reach to the vast amount of information in just a few seconds. It contains a wealth of knowledge that can be searched at any time. The internet has introduced improvements in technology. Improvements, it will be improvements. Okay. Improvements in technology, communication, and online entertainment. Okay. Now comes to the advantages of the multimedia approach. First point, multimedia approach enables the student to represent information using several different media. Multimedia approach allows for self-pacing. Techniques of simulation can be effectively applied through the multimedia approach. Next point, helps in development of higher order thinking skills, and multimedia approach provides the student the flexibility of anywhere, anytime learning. Okay. Now, as we all know, जिसके advantages होते हैं उसके कुछ ना कुछ disadvantage और limitations भी होते हैं. So let us see the disadvantages or limitations of the multimedia approach. First point, requires highly sophisticated infrastructure facilities, which may lead to heavy financial burden. Second point, expertise and skill are required to operate the multimedia devices, which will lead to the problem of non-availability of human resources. And the last point is not feasible in all the topics of study. Okay. Next comes to the challenges and barriers to ICT. First point, teachers are not trained to create and implement teaching materials themselves using ICT. Second, breakdown or lack of enough electricity supply, enough consistent energy supply is needed to turn on the computer and other ICT devices. Third point, the issue of lack of internet connectivity to all the schools, especially those are in the rural areas. Insufficient financing of teachers' professional development in ICT field of appropriate computer hardware and software, etc. Lack of access to required ICT resources. And the last one is time factor. That is, the teacher complained that the free time was too short for them to prepare their lesson using ICT, that is surfing, skimming, or selecting. Next comes to the ICT skill teacher or qualities of ICT teacher. Nowadays, teachers have to make use of desktop PCs, laptop PCs, and even mobile devices like tablets while carrying out their core duties. Also, these professionals must be knowledgeable. It will be must be knowledgeable of computer related technologies. This, of course, includes the World Wide Web, email, desktop conferencing, video conferencing, etc. Next comes to the word processing skills. Word processor are certainly some of the most ancient applications all modern computers now feature. As a teacher, he or she will have to be skillful in utilizing the best word processor which are currently available in the market. This will let him or her undertake and ultimately complete all the written communications with both the colleagues and students in a markedly time efficient manner. Next comes to the spreadsheet skills. An excellent mastery of spreadsheets applications will let you conduct some of the most pertinent aspects of your teaching duties in a convenient and highly methodological way. Some of the most notable of these duties are compiling grades for your students and even masterfully charting any critical data you might wish to pass to them. Next is the electronic representation skill. Third point. Electronic presentation applications are in essence part and parcel of an educator's various teaching duties. As such, teacher will have to find a way to master the art of creating electronic presentation for their classes. आई एम रियली सॉरी, फोर्थ पॉइंट में थोड़ा मिस्टेक हो गया था, मैं थर्ड पॉइंट में ही मैं फोर्थ ही लिख दी थी, तो जस्ट मैंने इसे कट कर दिया है, रिमूव इट। Coming back to the fourth point, internet navigation skills. The teacher must have to find a good way of being able to efficiently navigate the internet for the exact data or teaching resources stand in the need of. Fifth point, email management skills. Email is now the most preferred means of written communication for most of us in both our professional and personal lives. An educator will have to be highly skilled in sending and receiving email messages and the various applications needed to utilize. He or she will also be required He or she will also be required to conversant with the variety of features and functionalities that these computers applications boast of. These includes mass mailing, link insertion, and even the utilization of email attachments in the communications with both colleagues and students. This is the notes of unit 3. यहाँ पे ख़त्म होता है, ठीक है। ईपीसी पेपर 1 का जो यूनिट 1 है, 2 है मैं दे चुकी हूँ। दिस वाज नोट्स ऑफ यूनिट 3। हाँ, वन मोर थिंग, मैं इसकी पीडीएफ बना करके मैं अपलोड कर दूंगी, डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको लिंक मिल जाएगी, आप उसे देख करके वहाँ से आप पूरा निकाल सकते हो, ठीक है। वहाँ से आप सारे नोट्स ले सकते हो आराम से विदाउट एनी इश्यू। एंड सेकेंडली, अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया है तो प्लीज़ मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए एंड इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए एंड शेयर कीजिए। ओके, एंड वन मोर थिंग, बहुत सारे मुझे कमेंट्स आ रहे थे कि मैम पेपर 1 पे वीडियो चाहिए, तो पेपर 1 पे मैं वर्क कर रही हूँ यूनिट 1 में, बट इट विल टेक सम टाइम एटलीस्ट। मुझे पेपर 1 कंप्लीट करते करते उसमें 5 यूनिट्स आर देयर, तो मे बी उसे कंप्लीट करते करते थोड़ा कुछ ज़्यादा ही टाइम लग जाएगा, बट आई ट्राई फॉर श्योर, मैं आपकी विश पूरी करने की कोशिश करूँगी। एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।